Hey guys, I'm joined with Coach Day here. Coach, I'm beginning to think that the Griffins like to keep it very exciting at the edge of the seat. Back-to-back weeks, you had some opportunities to put some teams away, but tight down to the end.
No question. I think it just shows, if there's, I don't want to say disappointed, right? But I really thought we'd show more growth offensively on some of these mistakes, that we're making. And truthfully, really this game, in terms of how tight it was, comes down to 2 punts. So Mike, injury there. We get a guy in that, 2 guys in that hadn't repped that as much as we need to. So that's on us. I mean, that's something we can do better. Just making sure we're putting people in positions, to be successful. They haven't seen a lot of those looks. So other than that, I felt like, my goodness, defensively again came out, played their butts off. I don't question effort. I don't question how hard these guys come out and play. They strap their helmets on, man. They're ready to play. But we can't, I know I said it, and I told our team in the locker room, if I have to come in here again and say we have to overcome mistakes, it's going to be after a loss. We cannot do this again. And there were some things in the week that I pointed to that we were sloppy. It showed up here, so we have a lot to improve on.
Coach, I wanted to talk a little bit about the running game that really came alive here in the second half and really may have helped out the defense. They were able to wear some time off of the clock. Talk a little bit about how you got that game going.
Yeah, and I mean, you look at it 20-20, even last week 20-20, I guess with the exception of the first half last week, but we run the ball as much as we want to there, and then as soon as we tighten down, we're not getting as much production in the run game. So there's a couple things we got to look at, but truthfully, a big part of run game in the red zone mentality, but safeties get tighter, right? So I'm going to say this without watching film, but I think our receivers have to do a better job the tighter we're getting of digging out those safeties. I think those are the guys more times than not that it feels like it should pop, but it's not because those safeties are coming down and filling. So we just got to clean up that execution the tighter we get to be able to still run the ball.
Coach, obviously the defense, one of the heroes here tonight, but let's talk about the foot of the Hog Club. Sean Myers is now nicknamed Hogger, and it's the Hog Club. Talk about his contributions, back-to-back wins.
So he's got 2 nicknames because our team calls him Hog the Dog. He's Hog the Dog, so now he's got 2 nicknames. As a true freshman, I love that he's a local guy. Representing Westmoreland County to come out here, missed his first field goal of the night, went right out to him and said, "Look, Luke, I'm coming right back to you. So you lock it in and be ready to go. You've proven to be our kicker. Wash that mistake and come right back at it." And how important were his points to ice that game, especially obviously that last one to make them have to go for it, in that position. So I was just super happy to see him respond to failure, not hang his head, come out here and keep going at it.
Coach, can we expect Michael Willardo's return next week?
I really have no idea. I mean, it was one that kind of caught us off guard, to be honest with you. So I don't know. I hope so, but I don't know.
Coach, next week, the Griffins take a trip out 76 all the way to the other side of state against Kutztown. What's the game plan?
Yeah, I mean, nothing against either one of these teams. Wheeling, in Bloomsburg, they were Bloomsburg was a really well-coached team. You see a lot of discipline in what they did. So, they made it hard to attack them. So a lot of credit to them. But Kutztown's another level. I mean, Kutztown is, we make these kind of mistakes. That scoreboard is ugly the other way. We have to clean it up, But what I love is I feel like when you see us on a field now, and I didn't feel this way in 19, when you see us on a field, I feel like we're truly a PSAC program, and credit to Ross Figner, our strength coach. We walk out here, and I don't feel like we're just outmatched, outgunned, outmanned. We are bigger, stronger, mature. And I can't wait, to go out there and really put this to the test with a team like Kutztown, who is one of the best teams in our entire league.
Coach, Griffins did a nice job tonight, trying to cut down on some of the penalties, but the turnover bug was still present. How are you going to address that this week?
No question. And for us, again, the big one was the 2 punt drops, so special teams turnovers, which we hadn't had. We had been really, really clean there, so I'm not worried about that. I know Coach Castillo does a great job, and that'll get cleaned up really quickly. And for Chris, it's just some of the situational awareness, and even down here, when we're running the ball and he threw the pick kind of on a screen that we had to the H, man, I should have just let those guys keep running the ball. That's not on me. That's on me, not on Coach Dutton. I called that one, and that's on me. So we got to do a better job of putting them in positions. We were running the ball well. I got too cute, and I can't do that.
Coach, early on in the game, you had 2 drives that were extended by Husky penalties, unable to capitalize, put some points on the board. What was the message to the offense? Did you have to try to calm them down, let them settle in?
Yeah, especially that last field goal. There was a lot of disappointment, which I understand. But what the defense is doing well, what we talk about, if you see our workout shirts, it says one play. That's all we care about, is talking about the next play, the next opportunity. What you see our defense doing right now is they take that to heart. It doesn't matter what situation they're on the field. It's an opportunity to go play. They just take a one-play mentality. That's why I think you see them playing emotionally at such a higher level. For us, we're so worried about the result of the drive, and we're not taking just that one-play mentality. So that's the biggest thing we got to make sure we're doing. We put points on the board, right? And that opened it up again to a six-point game. So it would have given us the opportunity. Even if they score there, we can come back down and still win it with a field goal. Don't be upset ever about putting points on the board. Let's get to film. And again, I told you, I think I know what we got to clean up anyway, but we'll work to get there.
Coach, thanks for your time. Best of luck next week as you head out to Kutztown. Always great to have you on after the show. Hey, Sean, TJ, Flick, back up to you guys.